Hello, readers and future readers. I'm so excited to share this special time with you. I'm Dusty Buell, and I'm going to be reading for you today The Island of the Mix-Ups. This is a book I wrote especially for children just like you. It has a very significant meaning, and as we go through this, I hope you can pick up on that. So let's get into it. One day, in the jungle of ordinary, Tusk the elephant and his best friend in the whole wide world, Wally the monkey, were playing their favorite game of Cocoa Ball. Cocoa Ball, which is similar to soccer, but played with a coconut and a net made out of woven banana leaves. All of a sudden, in the clouds across the oceans, they started to lift, and the two animals could gaze into the distance for miles and miles. Tusk and Wally were very excited. This was the first time in their lives that they could stare out over the beautiful blue water surrounding their home and been able to see anything other than fog and clouds. Wally jumped on Tusk's back to get the best view, and that was when they noticed a faint silhouette starting to appear in the horizon. Tusk and Wally had always dreamed of being explorers, setting sail for faraway lands. So for the next few days, Tusk repeatedly rammed his huge elephant's head against the jungle trees until they fell down, and Wally used sticks and clamshells to carve the wood until they finally had a crafted little boat. Well, it started out little, but then Wally remembered that Tusk was enormous, so more trees fell, and there were more carving and roping together with vines. As you can see, a very well monkey-crafted boat. Finally, the boat built for two was ready, and they hopped on eagerly with high hopes of discovering a whole new world. Would they find new foods they'd never tasted before? Would there be other animals that were just like them? Tusk started rowing with his trunk, and Wally hoisted a giant banana leaf for a sail. When they arrived at the island, it seemed to be covered with uninhabited thick jungle. There were rare, plump fruits and waterfalls and white, soft sand that seemed perfect for sleeping on. But Wally and Tusk didn't have time for naps. They were keen to start exploring. Suddenly, in the distance, they heard noises, singing and laughing and clapping and stomping. They looked at each other and at that exact same time said, "Could it be?" Wally, being the comedian of the pair, said, "Jinx, you owe me a banana." But Tusk didn't have time for games. He had more important things to attend to. They both started running in the direction of the noise until finally they reached the top of the hill. After peering over the hill, their excitement started to fade, and they even felt a little bit scared. They were seeing animals they had never imagined before. There were crabs with hippo faces, horses with alligator heads and goat feet, a lion with the head of an elephant, a camel with a monkey's head, a kangaroo with the face of a rhino, a giraffe neck and a head on a slithering snake body, a sloth with the head of a moose hanging upside down from a tree, a zebra head on a rooster body, a gorilla head on a donkey body with duck feet, butterflies with platypus faces, octopus heads on llama bodies, walking on land, ostrich bodies with buffalo heads, adorable koala faces on what appeared to be penguin bodies, and many, many more. In every direction Tusk and Wally looked, there were parts of animals they recognized, but all mixed up so they didn't seem to belong together. Although the mixed-up animals were laughing and playing games, Wally and Tusk were still pretty scared of them. They looked different, and different couldn't be good, could it? Wally said, "Should we just go back home? My monkey instincts aren't liking this one teensy-weensy little bit." Tusk told him, "We've come this far. We should at least say hello. Get on my back, and I'll look after you." He took baby elephant steps over the hill until he was within a short distance of the mixed-up animals. He wanted them to know he was a friendly elephant, so he trumpeted softly, and Wally very politely said, "Hello, everyone. We are not here to barge in on your games." The mixed-up animals were the ones that were scared. They all scattered and ran and hid behind trees and boulders. Wally, gaining confidence, said, "We're friendly. We just come to say hello to you. Please come out." Slowly, one by one, the mixed-up animals came out of hiding, and Tusk asked, "Who and what are all of you?" The Kanga horse stepped towards the visitors and proudly said, "Welcome to the island of the mix-ups. We are different here, but we all have our own special talents, and we get along together very well." Sensing that the visitors posed no threat, the Zooster galloped out next to Kanga horse and said, "It's our differences that allow us to survive. Here, we all work together to make this place a paradise. We're not surprised by anything we see. At least, well, not until now." "Yes," agreed Crab-Bippo. "We have never seen anything like the two of you." Tusk said, "I am an elephant, and my best friend Wally is a monkey." Drake said, "I have seen parts of you, but never put together like this. Pardon me for saying so, but the two of you look a little strange to us." "Strange?" Wally said in disbelief. "Well, to us, you all are quite weird." Tusk didn't take his eyes off Ellie Lion. He couldn't understand this strange new world they found themselves in, where every animal looked familiar and unfamiliar at the same time. Ellie Lion finally broke the awkward silence and said, "We may look different, but we can do everything you can do, just in a different way." Tusk thought to himself, "I have to see this to believe it." So he reached his trunk high into the trees and picked a banana for his best pal Wally. "Now, let's see you do that," he said, not believing for 1 second Ellie Lion would be able to reach the fruit. Next thing he knew, Ellie Lion was climbing the trees with his lion paws until he was high enough to reach the banana. He wrapped his trunk around it and gently pulled it down. "You see, it might not be the same way you're used to grabbing a banana, but it works just the same. And my friend, Mung Camel, is just as happy as Wally to get a nice banana snack." Tusk was impressed. For a while, he and Wally hung out with the mix-ups and found themselves having fun and playing games of this new place. They soon realized that this island was very similar to their own. The mix-ups did all the same types of things, though often in different ways. It didn't take very long for Tusk and Wally to work out that there can be more than one way of correctly doing something. Then it was time for them to bring a little bit of their island to the mix-ups. Wally asked Sluice to shake down a coconut and introduced all of them to the game of Cocoa Ball. They played and played and played and played and played for hours until the sun was going down over the ocean in the distance. Before they knew it, they were having so much fun they didn't want to leave. Finally, Ellie Lion looked up at Tusk and said, "I didn't know if I was going to like you when you first came, but these past few days have been the happiest of our lives. Why not stay here and live with us?" Tusk looked at Wally and then at Ellie Lion and then back at Wally again. "What do you think?" he said to his friend. Crab-Bippo chose that moment to scurry along an overhanging branch and shower Wally with fresh, ripe bananas. He said, "I think we have found not only new friends, but a new home." They all cheered and danced and clapped and stomped. It was precisely because everyone there was different and unique, and each animal was willing to share their own special talents, that the entire island of the mix-ups remained happy and looked forward to a life together as friends. The end. Just like everybody in this book, they all have differences. They all have similarities. But what makes everything work together is that they use those differences and people value them. And so I hope that everybody knows that no matter who you are, what differences you might have, you are valued and you are loved.